Right now, there is something you know you should be doing. The report, the email, the project, that one important thing due tomorrow. And instead of doing it, you are here, watching this. You've told yourself you are lazy, that you lack discipline, that there is something wrong with you. But for 99% of human history, procrastination wasn't just normal. It kept you alive. Your brain isn't failing. It is doing exactly what it was designed to do 300,000 years ago. The problem is that the world changed, and your brain didn't get the memo. What you are about to understand changes everything you think you know about laziness, willpower, and why you are the way you are. Let's start with an uncomfortable truth. Your brain hates it when you expend energy without a good reason. And it has its reasons. The human brain weighs barely 2% of your body, but it consumes about 20% of all your energy. It is by far the most expensive organ you own. For your ancestor on the savannah, that energy didn't come from a refrigerator. It came from hunting, gathering, surviving. Every calorie cost blood and risk. So, evolution programmed a simple rule deep into your brain. Do not spend energy today on something that doesn't give you a reward today. Think about it from their eyes. Build something that might be useful in 3 months? Bad bet. You might not even be alive in 3 months. Walk 2 days toward a fruit that may or may not be ripe? Wasted energy. The ancestor who conserved energy and acted only on immediate, certain rewards survived. The one who exhausted themselves pursuing distant, uncertain rewards left no descendants. Guess which one of the two you descend from? Anthropologists have a name for the world your brain evolved in. They call it an immediate return society. The term comes from anthropologist James Woodburn, who in 1982 studied hunter-gatherer groups and noticed something. They hunted today, they ate today. They didn't store. They didn't plan weeks ahead. Effort and reward were glued together, separated by hours, not by years. And here is the detail that changes everything. For 95% of our existence as a species, this is how we all lived. Your brain was fine-tuned, generation after generation, for a world where the reward arrived fast or not at all. But that brain created something no one had ever had before, a problem. This is where it gets fascinating. Behavioral economists discovered that the human brain values the present in an almost irrational way. They named it hyperbolic discounting, studied in depth by psychiatrist George Ainsley. It works like this. Imagine I offer you $100 today or $120 a month from now. Most people take the $100 today, even though waiting 1 month would give them 20% more, a return no bank in the world offers you. Why? Because for your ancestral brain, the future barely exists. The future is fog. It is uncertainty. It is a predator that could eat you before that month arrives. The only real thing is now. And the task you are avoiding, the report, the project, lives entirely in the future. The reward for finishing it is abstract, distant, invisible. But the discomfort of starting it is immediate. The boredom, the difficulty, the fear of doing it badly, you feel that now, in your body. And your ancestral brain, faced with present pain and a future reward, does what it has always done to keep you alive. It moves you away from the pain, now. That is procrastination. It is not laziness. It is your brain choosing the present over the future, just as it did for 300,000 years. But we haven't reached the deepest part yet, because procrastination is not really about time. It is about something much more intimate. For decades, we all believed that procrastination was a time management problem. We bought planners, apps, lists, techniques, and nothing worked because we were solving the wrong problem. In 2013, 2 researchers, Tim Peichel from Carleton University and Fuchsia Sirois from the University of Sheffield, published a paper that rewrote everything we thought we knew. Their conclusion was so simple, it hurts. Procrastination is not a time management problem. It is an emotion management problem. You are not avoiding the task. You are avoiding what the task makes you feel, the fear of failing, the anxiety of not being enough, the boredom, the feeling that the task is too big and you are too small. Your brain detects those uncomfortable emotions as a threat. The same part that activated when a predator stalked in the dark, the limbic system, your ancestral emotional brain, lights up at a blank page, and it reacts the same way it would to a leopard. Flight. Only you don't run away by foot. You run toward the phone, toward the fridge, toward another video. And for an instant, you feel relief. The threat disappears. Your brain registers a small victory. It protected you. That is why procrastination is so addictive. Every time you avoid the task, your ancestral brain receives a chemical reward for having saved you from a threat that, to it, is as real as a wild animal. You are not self-sabotaging. Your brain believes with complete sincerity that it is taking care of you. And here comes the most unsettling part. The modern mind translators, the productivity gurus, had been telling you for decades that the problem was you, your character, your will. They made you feel defective for obeying a 300,000-year-old instinct. They were reading the manual wrong. So if your brain is working perfectly, what broke? The answer is simpler than you think. Your brain didn't break. The world broke. About 12,000 years ago, something changed forever. Agriculture. For the first time, humans had to plant today to harvest 6 months later. They had to sacrifice the present for an abstract future. We had, unknowingly, invented the delayed return society, the world where effort and reward are separated by months, by years. And since then, we haven't stopped.
Study now, find work in 4 years. Work all week, get paid on Friday. Save for 40 years, retire at the end. Write the report today, receive the recognition. Someday, maybe. The modern world operates entirely on promises of the future, but inside your skull lives a brain that was built for a world that disappeared 12,000 years ago. A brain that still asks before every task, does this give me something now? And when the answer is no, it does the only thing it knows how to do. It protects you from expenditure. It moves you away from the threat. We call that procrastination, and we treat it like a
But it is not a defect. It is a mismatch. The distance between the world you were designed for and the world you happen to live in. So the next time you catch yourself avoiding something important, don't ask yourself, what is wrong with me? Ask, what emotion is my brain protecting me from right now? Because that is what is truly happening. Behind every task you avoid is a fear you don't want to feel. And when you name that fear, I am afraid of doing it badly. I feel overwhelmed. I don't know where to start. You take the threat away from your limbic brain. Without a threat, there is no flight. And suddenly, starting becomes possible. Your ancestor was not lazy. He conserved his energy to stay alive in a brutal world. He held back for what mattered now, because tomorrow was not guaranteed. That same instinct, that ancient, loyal guardian, is still inside you, sitting next to your inner fire, watching, trying to save you from threats that no longer exist. Every time you open your phone instead of starting the report, that's him, pulling your shoulder, steering you away from danger, taking care of you in his clumsy 300,000-year-old way. You didn't trade a brutal world for a safe one. You traded a world of immediate rewards for one of distant promises. And your brain hasn't caught up yet. You aren't broken, you're just remembering. And you? What is that thing you have been avoiding for weeks? You think your ancestral brain is protecting you from? Tell me below. I want to read it.